Streamlabs never seems to work for me. But it was now coming up with an issue where whenever I try to play a new game, regardless of what I was trying to capture using game capture, it just will not come up with anything. Anything that was open before was working fine, but anything new isn't. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I might have to change OBS. Because Streamlabs just really doesn't like me. But here we are with probably one of my favourite games from my childhood, Wizard101, and let's see if it's actually any good in 2022.
Look, Gamma! Finally we have found one. Oh! A young wizard, a student with amazing potential, enough perhaps to save Wizard City.
Oh, really? Where?
Oh, a very, very distant realm. Oh, my goodness. On a world that does not even believe in magic. I wonder what manner of wizard they might become. Perhaps we should consult the Book of Secrets.
Oh, I didn't actually notice before. The book has like a bunch of actual student reading. What does it say? Real wizards will tell you the tales of their adventures. Some may twist the truth of these tales to keep your attention, but to sell the lessons in these stories short. There will always be more to the story than one will see on the surface. Dragons to griffins all have tales of their own. The greatest powers in magic come from these creatures and the lands that they make these creatures. Oh no, wait, no. The lands that they make their homes. It's like I said bones. It's so difficult to read in that font. Study these creatures and the elements in the homelands to unlock these secrets of magic. Me practice No, that doesn't make any sense. We practice each day here in Wizard City. Okay, we got that bit. We got the first page. Okay, I hope that by the end of this book that not only will you be able to cast the spells, but to understand the underlying magic that gives these spells life. To memorize motions and words is one thing. To truly advance, you must know the how and why of what you're attempting. Just remember that you are ultimately responsible for chirp? I don't know what that says. Oh, it says every, okay. Every spell you cast, both good and bad. In wizard lore, there are no accidents, so be very careful when attempting new spells. Concentrate on your something goal, and all will be as it should. We tried. But yeah, I never actually noticed when I was a kid there was actually text in that book, and the font makes it so difficult to read.
Headmaster Ambrose turns to regard you intently.
Answer these questions to find out what type of wizard you are.
Okay, I like to spend my time. It's kind of a mix of both, to be honest. I guess also with my friends. Which of these is most powerful? I gotta say after COVID, the plague has been pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie, but I reckon an earthquake's probably the strongest, to be honest. My favourite class in school. Well, the thing is, I've been out of school now for a few years, but what was my favourite when I was in school? It's probably science or math, to be honest. What's your favourite season? Obviously summer, because I hate the cold. The most important thing in a story is... Normally for me it would be the hero or heroine, because if you've got a really bad main character, it just tends to be a really bad story. Or at least that's what I've seen. What's your favourite animal? I quite like crabs, to be honest. Nah, for me I think it's a dragon. What's your favourite gemstone? amethyst looks pretty good. Actually, so does a ruby. I'll go with the ruby. Ooh, you have chosen the School of Fire. You know what, that kind of makes sense, to be honest. I do have a very fiery personality, or so I've been told. So do I stick with fire, or do I get to... Okay, no, we can just go that way. Okay. What did I used to play when I was younger? I don't really remember. I have to say, like, Myth probably interests me quite a lot, but then so does Death. And then, obviously, Fire's cool and all, but... I think we'll go with Death because it just sounds cool. Death wizards are often solitary, driven, brave, and intelligent. Famous necromancers include Dracula, Dr. Frankenstein, and Ophelia. Death wizards use drains, taking strength from their enemies and healing themselves. That sounds pretty cool.
Now that we know what you are, what do you look like?
Oh, there's presets now. This wasn't a thing in the past. Although there also wasn't multicolored hair in the past. I mean, they've upgraded the graphics of this game a lot. We're talking like 2007 graphics, right? Just click on girl and like, oh, okay, custom. Oh wow, okay, they have changed this game a lot. Okay. I quite like the lollipop hair, to be honest. Hairstyles, hair colours, okay. Ooh, this one has a star on it. Why does it have a star on it? Oh, okay, yeah, I like the rainbow hair. I'm going with the rainbow hair. Oh, these are just the eyes, okay. Back in the day, you had to, like, just kind of pick a preset face, and, like, some of them are really, really silly face expressions and stuff, but now it looks like you've got a lot more choice. Which one makes me the most determined looking wizard? High colours. Ooh. These are cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like, oh, these are like the member only sort of thing. I reckon that's probably what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Which outfits? Ooh, I can actually have lipstick now. Okay. You couldn't before. I am indeed the 30-year-old wizard. Let's see. Unfortunately, I have to use display capture, which means you won't be able to see chat for this stream. Okay, noses. Which nose should I go for? So just go for like the middle nose. Like really like blue skin or anything like that. Oh, there's face paint now. There's face paint now? Wow. I could be a cat. That would be pretty cool. Then for some reason Freckles have the star next to them. I don't know if star means like new content or if it means like you've got to be a member to use this. This wasn't a thing back in the day. I kind of want to be a cat. Hat colors. Okay. Usually it just kind of gave you default robe trim. Oh, we can still pick the robe. Okay. Oh, there's hat trims as well. Perfect. I definitely look a lot better than I did back in the day. Actually, I kinda like having these people really consistent. Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, let's see what it
Remember, if you ever wish to alter your appearance in the future, simply pay a visit to the Magic Mirror Shop in the shopping district.
All right then. What is your name?
That's a good question. What is it? What is it? Janelle Ogre Talent. I'm just like kind of going through them. We'll see. Janelle Boombane. Janelle Boombreath. I'm just going through this. Okay, I can be a girl called Ryan. I've never met someone in 2007 who's a female called Ryan, but Sestiva Boombreath. Reckon Boombreath. You know what, sure, we'll go with it. Everyone, you must call me Beckon Broombeth. Perfect.
Well, hello, if it isn't our newest student. My name is Merle Ambrose. I am the headmaster of the Ravenwood School of Magical Arts.
Oh, I'll turn down the music when I can. At the moment, there isn't really an option to go to options yet.
We're expecting great things from you, but first things first. To move around, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Try it now.
Yeah, there's no option to change the sound yet.
My owl friend would like to speak with you. Walk up to Gamma and follow his instructions to talk.
Hello! My name is Gamma the Owl, and I am quite pleased to meet you. Wizards test their skills by summoning fantastic creatures and dueling. To become a master wizard, you must learn every spell in your class. Wizards love to duel. The more spells you learn, the better a duelist you'll become.
That does not sound good at all.
Oh!
How odd. Come along, young wizard. Let's investigate the matter. Meet me in the tower.
You'd best follow the headmaster. You're safe with him. To the tower!
Okay, can I change the options? I guess not. I think we've got to get through this whole tutorial first, and then I can change.
Who's there? Malistaire.
Oh wow, Malistaire definitely has had an upgrade to his appearance. His face was not that detailed before.
Ambrose.
Oh, and they actually have speaking animations now, which they didn't in the past.
You are no longer welcome here. Why have you returned?
I'm here to resolve our unfinished business. Is this your latest student? My henchman will see to your little friend.
Hurry along, young wizard. Take this deck of spell cards and deal with those creatures while I tend to Malistaire himself.
Don't be so sure of yourself, old man.
Run up and confront them. Be brave. I will guide you. You've drawn these spells from your deck. Quickly, You must choose a spell and use it to attack one of Malastair's henchmen by clicking on him.
Let's go with this one. Oh, I actually have a basic crush on the casting thing. That's pretty cool.
Oh my, you're hurt. You'll need to pay attention to your current health. This red crystal ball shows your health. If you run out of health in a wizard duel, you'll be defeated. The blue crystal ball shows how much mana you have left. You'll be at the mercy... Why so distracted? We're under attack. Oh my, call me a fool. I had all but forgotten. Where were we then? Right. Attack his henchman again.
Oh.
You doddering fool! Your student is no match for my forces.
Oh no, you're in trouble. Quickly, use the unicorn spell and cast it on yourself. It will replenish your health.
Oh, it's a cute little unicorn. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, I'm not sure how much you guys actually managed to see of the tutorial bit, but basically we battled a very scary looking guy, like his minions, I mean, and then we killed 2 ghosts. I mean, you can't really kill a ghost, but you get what I mean.
I couldn't help but notice how you took down those lost souls. I have to say,
Okay,
I'm
we've already
quite
had
impressed by
dialogue.
when I heard there was trouble. Skeleton.
Excuse.
It.
Oh, press because you'll be engaging in combat. It's imperative you know how to regain health and mana. If you need to boost your health, collect the red wisps you see along the street. Oh, if you need mana, collect blue wisps. Remember, casting spells costs mana, and fleeing combat drains it completely. So keep your reserves full.
Go battle a few of the skeletal pirates on Unicorn Way. The guards will appreciate a report on their combat tactics.
Alright, let's speak to her first then.
I'm glad I overheard you 2 wizards talk about those pesky skeletal pirates. They're looting the street and making such a mess. If something isn't done, we could be forced to leave the city. Please, will you help us?
Olivia is offering you a side quest. Once you accept it, press Q to open your quest log.
Why is she like smacking that spoon on her hand? Is she gonna beat me? Please don't beat me. I'm a child.
Quests marked with stars are part of the main story. Side quests are optional, but allow you to gain additional rewards. Good hunting.
Okay, let's see. Where are the skeletal pirates? I don't know where all these barriers came from. The barriers are definitely new. And so does the creepy Halloween music. That's also new. And there's the skeletal pirates. Most likely to kill them. This one. short turn. Come here. Come here. Yeah, combat in this game does remind me a little bit of Toontown. But this was kind of like the same sort of era as Toontown. Probably this one if I get lucky. Spell fizzle. Oh, my spell fizzled, okay. That doesn't sound good. Try another fire count.
Ye be no match for that which rattles in the darkness.
Ooh, what's that in the darkness? Okay, now we gotta walk all the way back to this guy. I think before the what's this? Oh, it's crafting material.
You've just collected a reagent. Reagents are used as ingredients in crafting recipes. You can find different reagents throughout the spiral, either by harvesting them, defeating monsters, or purchasing them. Reagents go in your reagent bag, which you can access by selecting the crafting tab in your spellbook, or by pressing J on your keyboard.
Nice, okay.
Oh, bless you, child. I don't have much to offer in thanks. But please, take this magic ring. Maybe it'll help you in your adventures.
So this means you totally won't beat me with that spoon, right?
To put on new equipment, press B to open your backpack. You'll see icons showing your hat, robes, shoes, and other items. Mousing over an item will compare its stats to what you currently have equipped. Select the best equipment available to your school.
Thanks again, young wizard. Maybe I can find another helpful young wizard to help sweep up all these eye patches.
She like smacks the spoon down on her hand just as she finishes that sentence. Please don't beat me, lady.
Oh, wow! You made it back! I mean, how'd it go? What did you learn? The pirates warned about a rattle in the darkness? See, this is what I was talking about. Pirates are always creepy and frustratingly vague. What is clear is that some evil magic has emerged here, and we're going to need more than a handful of guards to stop it. There is a powerful, ancient being who may be able to help us understand the dark forces we're facing, the wise seraph, Lady Ariel. Not only does Lady Ariel possess strong magic, she's also the warden of the ferries, and they keep her well informed. Perhaps she's heard something about this rattle in the darkness. Go speak with her in the hedge maze at the far end of Unicorn Way.
Oh, where did my hair go? Oh, okay, it's a hood. That's why my hair doesn't go. Let's go talk to the seraph lady. What's that? Oh, it's okay, it's a pile of like swords and shields. I actually wonder if I'll see another player. Wooden chest. I remember treasure chests like appeared randomly on the map, and they would disappear after the first player to see it and get it opens it. Which meant I like would go up to a chest and then another player would just get there just before me and just nick it. Oh, rank 1 elite. I get destroyed without being. Oh, no, okay. Got caught too quickly. This might kill you. Have I gone the wrong way? Wooden chest. Okay. I think I went the wrong way, but... Oh, never mind, that's the door where I was supposed to go. But I won that chest first. This time, though, I'm not at risk of another player stealing it. Because they're... Oh, no way. I think... That again? Yeah, sorry about that. My internet has not been very good recently.
What purpose brings you into our hedge maze? Forgive me, young wizard. These dark times make me leery of new faces. But now I see the light within you. We've much to discuss.
Oh, do we? Hello.
The evil forces that loosed the undead upon Unicorn Way have also corrupted my precious fairies. Please, you must help them.
Why can't you help them yourself?
Vile bone cages have appeared along Unicorn Way. They are filled with a mysterious dark magic that corrupts all fairy folk who venture near them. Dispel the dark magic in the bone cages, then bring me fairy dust from those it corrupted. It may reveal to me who is behind this atrocity. It pains me to say it, but the only way to obtain the fairy dust is to wrestle it from the dark fairies in combat. Try to be gentle. Once you've dispelled the bone cages and collected the fairy dust, return to me immediately. Good luck, young wizard. May the light guide you.
Well, first I see a wooden chest. Oh, it's in the maze. I hope this isn't going to be a very difficult maze. I suck at mazes. Alright, which way was it? Okay, it's just over there, I think. Nope, that's not the right way. Okay, here we go. They do have some really big heads. But that just means they're big brain. I think. Yeah, I remember when I used to play this game in the past, it was just like pretty normal sounding music the uniform way, so in fact it's now got this like really creepy Halloween music. More fitting for the fact that they're literally being invaded by undead, but... Okay, now let's go kill some fairies. Let's use Thunder Stage. Nice! A one shot. Ooh, what's this? There we go. Now we're on to the stuff that never matches. Like the robe and the hat in the past never used to actually match. It sort of matches this time around, but not really. Oh, there it is. Ooh, there's a mana orb. Run out of mana if I'm not careful. I can't remember in this game if if mana refills when you level up. I think it does, but I don't know. Should level up after this this mission.
You hear a tiny, joyful voice call your name.
Thank you for helping us, kind wizard. Your courage and benevolence will not soon be forgotten by the fairy folk.
Aww. Very kind.
You've cemented your reputation as a hero to the fairy folk, young wizard. With the bone cages dispelled, I can help the other corrupted fairies in time. Now we must root out who is behind this attack. Please, let me examine the fairy dust. Is that? But how? The fairy dust displays scars of a dark magic banished from this world long ago. Could it be? Rattle in the darkness? Rattlebones. In life, a ruthless tyrant who was banished to the underworld for his crimes. If I focus, perhaps I can sense his location. Ugh, so much darkness. No, my vision is obscured. All I see is a tower ringed in bones. Siren Nightchant knows Unicorn Way. Perhaps he can help. You must hurry. Here, take this broom. It will allow you to travel to Zirin much faster. Now fly, and may the light guide you.
You've received a temporary mount that will expire after 1 day. You can also purchase permanent mounts from mount vendors or the crown shop. To equip a mount, press B to open your backpack. Next, click on the mount tab and double-click on the mount you wish to use.
Quickly, you must ride to Siren at once. Ask him if he knows of a tower ringed in bones. Go.
Okay, I'm going. Right. Equip that. You're gonna be like a completely different colour to the rest of my outfit. No, I can't see. Character. How do I see my face? If I look at my boobs. Yeah, they're completely different colour to the rest of my outfit. I guess I kind of match the hat, but this is the thing in early game Wizard 101. All your equipment is just random colours, so nothing ever matches. Oh, what level am I? I'm level 4. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Okay, it hasn't loaded yet, but at least I'm moving faster. This is the thing Wizard 101 has kind of already done. It downloads things when you encounter them in the game. So yeah, at the moment it's just downloading all of the different things. Instead of doing it prior and then just being ready by the time you're ready to use it. We're good, I think. Hello.
Hello! You were gone for so long, I was beginning to worry you'd run off and joined a skeletal pirate crew. But what did Lady Oriel have to say? Oriel thinks an underworld tyrant named Rattlebones is behind all this? Wicked. Let me think. He's in a tower, ringed in bones. Well, the skeletal pirates do seem to be concentrated around the old archives. Try looking there. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Okay, let's go. Such dramatic music. Where are we? This way. It sounds more like combat music. It's very sinister. I remember sometimes there was some stuff just behind the tower. Maybe a material or something. Oh, nothing there today. Okay, I'll give it a second for all of the things in this room to load in. Start the dialogue.
Good work, my thrall. This could be the tome Bannister seeks. Now what's this? A wizard? Excellent. I could use a combat break. Let's play.
Alright, let's kick this guy's on dead butt. Alright, let's go for the Dark Fairy first, which is less health. I think we're back, sorry about that. My internet's just been really dodgy over the last few days. Pretty much since Monday. And I thought it was fixed yesterday, but it clearly wasn't. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh, I'm nearly dead, okay. And I've missed like 3 turns. This is fine, okay. Kill this. Hopefully I'll be able to find the healing spell soon. Ah, there we go. Okay, it should be all good now. Alright, let's use the Thunder Snake because there is a possibility we can kill them one turn. Oh, maybe not. I think we have death resistance. Let's use Frost Beetle. Oh, he's using himself as an attack! Oh, that's a lot of damage. It's okay, this should kill him.
The day is yours, young one. But the Dark Master's plan is already in motion. You haven't heard the last rattle in the darkness.
In his haste to leave, Rattlebones dropped the tome he was holding. It could be important. Perhaps Saren will know what should be done with it.
Ooh. Oh, we got some more equipment. Oh, okay, I didn't actually see what that was. Are they any better? I kind of actually prefer the death resistance. What about this one? Okay, no, Okay, now we gotta avoid like a bunch of fights, otherwise I
Back
might be
onto
dead.
Unicorn Way. You can't help but notice that the dark magic that was previously choking the street seems to have abated.
But the undead is still there. Oh, the Halloween aesthetic's gone now. More random barriers all over the place. Doesn't make a lot of sense though as to why there's a whole bunch of ghosts and stuff walking around.
You did it, didn't you? You beat Rattlebones! The darkness plaguing Unicorn Way is lifting. Look! With Rattlebones defeated, the gods should be able to drive away the rest of the undead horde. Ooh, that tome looks important. You should take it to the library in the Commons. Harold Argleston will know what to do with it.
Cool. Let's see what this guy wants.
I sent Private Orion down the street a while ago, and he's not back yet. With all these lost souls about, I fear the worst. Orion's a good friend of mine. Could you go see if he's all right? He may be hiding in one of their houses. See if you can find him.
Okay, we'll go help the god. I don't remember how to change quests though. So we'll just do it like that. Material over here. Alright, where is he? There he is. He's in that house. Hello.
Get back, undead fiend! Oh, a student, is it? You're a brave one. Connolly sent you to check up on me? I'm well, but I did have a bit of a scare. I was making my rounds when a horrifying ghost swept out of nowhere. I recognized her from the old stories. Lady Blackhope, the Wailing Widow. I'm not ashamed to say she scared me half to death. I hightailed it here and shut the door. I can't leave this place if she's still out there. Black Oak Tower's not far away. That must be where she came from. Maybe something in there can drive her spirit away.
So you want a 10-year-old child to go and scare away a ghost? All right then, if you say so. Painting. Oh, I didn't actually see the painting. I'll have a look at it when we come back to talk to that guy. See if there's any materials around this tower. There's a chest. I haven't seen a single other player yet. Oh, there's some materials over here as well.
The city guards are scared of me? Well, they should be. Everyone should be. Malister has opened the seals. The dead rise. Let all who still live beware. My dark master will be avenged. You want me to stop haunting this street? Let's see if you have enough spirit to stop me.
Alright, there we go. Okay, I think we're all good now. Internet has been a bit of a pain. Yeah, I ended up skipping like a turn because of the disconnect. We've now got healing spells. I just didn't even have an 100% success rate. little bit of health left. I don't actually see a cutscene or anything after that, so I think that counts as completing the mission though, because we did manage to kill her.
You defeated Lady Blackhope? Thanks, Wizard. I'll return to my post now. As a favor, please don't tell Private Connolly what happened. I don't want him to think I'll flee from the first ghost that chases me. I only run from the really scary ones.
Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean about the dog. Wait, what's this picture? Is that... Oh, okay. That's like something you'd find in Alchemy. I'm now just looking at all the paintings in the room. They do look pretty cool, to be fair. Should be close to a level up soon. Yeah, like I thought so too.
I see you found Orion. I suppose some monster scared him out of his wits and he was too frightened to come back.
Well, see, what had happened was...
Well, it's not the first time, and I wager it won't be the last. All's well that ends well. Thanks for finding a wizard.
Say, can you check up on someone for me? I usually see Dorothy out shopping by now, but I fear she's too afraid to leave home.
He's just suddenly changed accents.
She's just down the road a bit, and she usually keeps her lights on. She doesn't like all the lost souls roaming around. Can't say that I blame her.
Doesn't match the rest of my outfit at all. Oh, there's that house. Chest.
Oh, hello! You say that Private Conley was worried about me? He always does fret so. I'm alright, but I wish someone could do something about all those ghosts outside. Sometimes I wish Auntie Em could join me here. I'd feel better with her around. Say, I was having my friends over for dinner, but they are running late. I fear for their sake with all those ghosts roaming around. Could you check up on them? My two friends live on this street, down towards the park area. Look for a house with a light on in the window. You can't miss it.
Hey, Dorothy, you need to clean your house. You got a cobweb in the corner. Alright. Where are we going? There's the front house.
What? You say that Dorothy is looking for us? We were just about to be on our way.
Well, these textures haven't loaded.
Oh, I told you we should have left earlier. Now we've gone and made her worry about us.
I'm sorry, but I cannot find my oil can. You wouldn't want me seizing up on the way there.
Oh dear, we always go through this. Can you return to Dorothy and tell her we'll be running late as usual?
I relate. I do relate to running late all the time. Alright, which way was our house again? I think it was this way.
They are safe and sound? It's good to know that they are just running late. Now I won't have to worry. I always fear a wicked witch might show up and whisk them back to her castle. This land is so strange. Not like back at the farm. But I do like it here. Headmaster Ambrose is such a nice wizard. And my new friends are nice too. I'd say that in all, this place is as fun as a barrel of flying monkeys.
Would you say hello to Private Connolly for me?
Glad to hear Dorothy is doing well.
Ooh, ruby slippers. But they're not as good as what we got. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Wait, can you actually scare the fish away? Oh, you can actually scare the fish away. It wouldn't actually surprise me if they added fishing to this game. Every game is fishing right now. What's up here? Ooh, who are you? You're a horse on two legs. What could I do for you? Advanced combat.
Aha! Hello there, my friend. Headmaster Ambrose has asked me to show you more of the art of dueling, no?
Has he?
Most excellent. This will take but a few minutes. Into the door to the arena to begin.
Greetings, young wizard. I am Diego, the duel master. You have heard of the illustrious wizard versus wizard duels, yes? Any wizard can duel another wizard in the arena, either in a practice duel or a ranked duel. And once you reach level 10, you will be able to compete in proper tournaments. To duel another wizard, you must first enter the arena. Go inside and look at the arena pedestals. Then come back to me.
I knew you were gonna make a Viego joke, I knew it. Oh, okay.
My goodness, you stumbled onto an area we didn't expect you to reach so quickly. This symbol in the upper left-hand corner will show you the progress of the file download. You won't be able to enter that area until the transfer is complete.
Alright, we'll come back and do that in a bit then. What do you sell? Oh, okay. Oh, I see, okay. This is from the arena. Okay. What do you sell? Oh, okay. More arena stuff. Let's try the arena again. What do you sell?
Welcome, my friend, to the dueling arena. You wish to learn more of the art of dueling, no? Outstanding. Approach the puppet, and we shall begin your lesson.
Okay, so it's actually meant to be a puppet this time.
Let us begin by explaining power points. You may call them pips for short. Power points are magical energy. Gaining pips allows you to cast more powerful spells. Every round, you will receive another pip. You can see the number of pips each participant has by looking at the circle around their feet. Nearly every card has a pip cost. It is the number in the upper left-hand corner, yes? You can only cast a spell if you have enough pips to do so. Let us start with one spell with a pip cost of 2. But you only have 1 pip, so you cannot cast this turn. You will have to pass. You can also use a 0-rank spell if you want to save up power pips. Good! You have passed and gained another pip. With 2 pips, you can now cast the troll spell. Ah, but look! You have drawn another card. Tough. This is an enchantment card. Enchantment cards can be used to improve the other cards in your hand. Let me show you. Click on the tough card. And now click on the troll. Look what has happened. The card has been enchanted to do more damage. Now it is a treasure card. Unused treasure cards go back into your deck at the end of the duel. Now since you have 2 pips, you can cast the troll at the puppet. Now you are back to 1 pip, yes? Let us give you another hand. With only 1 pip, you cannot cast any of these 3rd-rank spells. You will need to pass for 2 rounds. But wait! There's another way. Let me show you. I've given you a power pip. See? At the beginning of each round, you will have a chance to get a power pip instead of a normal pip. Power pips count double, but only for spells in your class. Now you have 1 pip and 1 power pip. That means you can cast any 2nd-rank spell that you wish. Or you can use a 3rd-rank spell in your School of Focus. 1 point for the pip, plus 2 points for the power pip. See? The card for your school is now available to you. Cast it at the puppet now.
I love this skeletal fire.
Outstanding! Now let us look at another type of spell card. A ward can be used to protect you against future attacks. This is a fire ward. When you cast it on someone, it will hang in front of them waiting to be activated. The next incoming fire spell will trigger it. Let me show you. Cast this fire ward upon yourself. Very good! See how this fire ward hangs near your feet? Watch how it can protect you. You see? The fire ward has activated and helps you resist most of the damage from this attack. Let's try one more hanging spell. This one is called Ice Blade. Cast it on yourself and see what happens. Charms are the opposite of wards. Wards affect spells that other people cast on you. Charms affect spells that you cast on other people. Cast this frost beetle at the puppet. Let's see how the charm works. You see? Your ice beetle has triggered the ice charm. Now the ice beetle is more powerful. Now let us cover one more type of hanging effect. The aura spells.
Tutorial, huh?
Aura spells affect the target over multiple rounds of combat. For example, the Fire Elf spell will cost 240 points of fire damage, spread over 3 rounds.
I love the little doodles on the tutorial, that's very cute.
Let's see how it works. Cast a Fire Elf at the puppet. Now watch what happens next round.
Like they don't anymore.
And again. Excellent.
Yay.
You have defeated him and completed your lesson. I hope you have found our lesson to be most helpful. Good luck, my friend, and see you soon.
You've just received a pet snack. You can feed pet snacks to your pet after it completes a training game. You've just received a pet snack. You can feed pet snacks to your pet after it completes a training game.
Oh, okay. Tutorial. Okay. This is a lot of... I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm sure it wasn't that important. Right, what was the other thing? Oh, okay. Oh, the layout here is new. Okay.
You can simply click on the practice pedestal to create a duel or to accept another wizard's challenge.
Does anyone want to duel me?
Practice duels are not recorded and do not affect your PvP rating, but they are a fantastic way to hone your skills.
Is this in the corner? Is this someone else? Oh, this is someone else's... Oh, this is someone else's fight. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's a tutorial. I was actually wondering if it was going to be... like 2 other players. Yeah, because those look to be 2... I guess they're not... Since they don't have names, I guess they're not players, but... Well, I guess considering their forms as well, but they're some very high level spells. Does this mean that I kind of just want to see what actually happens? Is the necromancer gonna lose? I don't know. Who do you want to win? Shout it out. That scream. Why is the necromancer just holding onto all her pips? This was not part of the plan. Just watching this duel between 2 NPCs. I'm very curious. I really want to see who wins. Oh, so I don't recognize this card. I think it's new. But new in this game means it appeared in the last 5 years. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I like a better version of Harry Potter. Oh, she's been healed. This is not part of the plan for the stream. Unless we can go and like complete the remaining parts of the tutorial while they do their thing. Oh, unless it ends now. Oh no, she's not quite dead yet. Oh wait, no, this might kill her. This might actually kill her. Yeah, no, it will kill her. Cool. Oh, they just disappear. Okay. Oh, it's very interesting to watch.
The leaderboard pedestal allows you to see your standings. It shows you how your rating compares to other duelists. Each season of Wizard vs. Wizard duels is known as an age. The length of an age is something of a mystery. Every time a new age begins, the leaderboard standings are annulled, to give every wizard another chance to shine. To compete as a ranked duelist, click on the ranked pedestal to create a challenge, or to accept another wizard's challenge. You have the chance to win arena tickets, which you can redeem for
Okay, there we go. I thought we had managed to escape the broken internet, but apparently not.
Compete as a ranked duelist. Click on the ranked pedestal to create a challenge, or to accept another wizard's challenge. You have the chance to win arena tickets, which you can redeem for prizes. And every win will increase your PvP rating. However, if you lose, the tournament pedestal will let you join tournaments, but you must reach level 10 before you can use it. You can win special prizes by competing in tournaments. I will tell you more about them when you are ready.
Ooh, what's this?
Have you come to join the Beast Moon Hunt? This is a time when wizards become legends, when legends become hunters, and a great game begins. In this contest, you assume the form of a beast and must compete in matches with a random team of other wizards. Join a match to be sent to the Beast Moon Hall, where you choose your form from the statues present. Your team can only use one of each beast form.
I want to do that.
Then, acquire limited-use battle cards from Actaeon by spending battle coins, which you obtain by harvesting Beast Moon blossoms. When you are prepared, enter the Hunting Grounds, a realm with magical laws entirely its own, where you hunt the most dangerous game. Points! Earn points by defeating opponents or capturing battle rings. Claim a battle ring by standing upon it or by defeating another wizard within it. The more rings your team holds, the more points they earn. But be warned, the Hunting Grounds has many unique qualities that could help or hinder you. For one, ice now freezes the waters of storm, but is melted by fire. And death snuffs the light of life, but is undone by the immortality of myth. There are also urns to find that restore lost health. Or chests, which may grant you a variety of items, including battle cards and coins. There are also pip wisps that increase your starting pips in your next battle. Be mindful that some beast forms can carry more pips than others. The team with the most points at match end is the winner, and will be granted boons worthy of the greatest hunters. These boons can include seeds for the Beast Moon Blossom, which helps you upgrade your beast form so that you can gain an edge in the next match. Now go, let the hunt begin.
That's pretty cool. I don't know if there's enough players online to actually do this though. There's definitely something interesting if there's any other players around. Because at the moment I have not seen a single other player in this game. There might be one in the main area of Wizard City. So far, nobody. Hello there.
Well, hello there. I don't think I've seen you in the library before. I'm Harold Argleston, Master Librarian Extraordinaire. You say you recover this tome from an underworld tyrant who is going to give it to his dark master, Malistaire? I do believe this is a matter for Headmaster Ambrose. You should take the tome to him at once. But before you go, allow me to reward you for your heroics. Please, accept this treasure card on behalf of the denizens of Wizard City.
Treasure cards are special one-use spells of various schools. You can purchase treasure cards from vendors or craft them yourself. Press P to open your spell deck. Treasure cards are listed under a special tab and are placed into the sideboard of your deck. During combat, right-click a regular card to discard it. Then select Draw to bring out a treasure card from your sideboard. Remember, unlike regular spell cards, treasure cards can only be used once, so use them wisely.
Will do. Hello there.
Whoa there, chum. Stop a second and introduce yourself. Me? I'm Boris Tallstaff, ace reporter at the Ravenwood Student Gazette. I make the noise, I rattle the cages, I ask the tough questions, like, what's the deal with magic? Where did it come from? How did we learn it?
I don't think this guy had such an obnoxious voice before.
We need to ask these questions, and, if there's time, answer them. But how? Books, huh? You know, you might be onto something there, but all the best history books were stolen by ghosts looking for the order of something. If you happen to find any of these books, bring them back my way, kid. I'll condense them into one crackerjack article on the history of magic.
This quest has multiple simultaneous objectives. You can see them all by opening your quest log and pressing the arrow keys on this quest.
True.
Use these arrow keys to select the objective you wish to complete first, and the quest arrow will point you to it.
Okay, cool. Oh, the owls are. Wizard, even though the decathlon is not currently running, you can use the nearby crafting station to improve your hands of fate weapons. Cool. I don't know what hands of fate weapons are. What's decathlon? No idea. Oops. Okay, where are we going? Oh wow, there really is no other player. Oh. Who's the professor? Rice Crispy. Okay. Yeah, there's not a single other player. Okay.
Hello, wizards! Please enjoy one free Nana's old-fashioned caramel delights brand pet snack, courtesy of everyone's favorite grandma, Nana. Hey, I know you. You're that wizard who keeps taking all the good quests. Thanks to you, I had to get this part-time job to earn gold. Not that I'm complaining. On top of being a Nana's old-fashioned caramel delights promotions associate, I'm also the regional hiring manager. As such, I'd like to offer you a position in the Nana's old-fashioned caramel delights family. Interested? Sweet! Put up these signs that I totally didn't forget to put up myself in the strategic locations the marketing director designated on your map.
Okay. Let's go for the first master first. Now sales associate.
Oh, good. You're back. I'm anxious to hear your update on Unicorn Way. Evil darkness summoned from the underworld? Oh, my. Rattlebones, you say? But he was banished centuries ago. How could... Oh, malice there. Of course. But why? Rattlebones for searching the Unicorn Way archive for this tome? Well, let me see what it is. On the trail of the Order of the Fang. Oh, my stars. I will certainly look into this. While I do that, you need to attend to the matter of your long-delayed enrollment. If you are to truly master your magical talents, we must induct you officially into our academy. I'll send you now to Mr. Lincoln, our registrar in Ravenwood. He will introduce you to our professors and help you begin your studies.
From time to time, you'll see icons appear on the right side of your screen. These are tooltips. Click on a tooltip to open it. Many people throughout the spiral will contact you through tooltips to announce new features, events, or spell quests. If you miss a tooltip, look for it in your tooltip log by pressing Q and clicking the top left icon.
Potion flasks, like the one I just gave you, can be used to replenish your health and mana without returning to a non-combat area. If your potion flask runs out, you can replenish it by playing mini-games in the fairgrounds. Oh, and most importantly, make sure they are completely full, with a top on them, or you cannot use them when you need them.
Nice. Okay, let's go down. Oh, this is Ravenwood, okay. Oh, okay. I remember last time you had to like run around the entire area to try and talk to each of the different professors, but I guess they've just moved them all together now.
Ah, you must be the new student I've heard so much about. You made quite a name for yourself on Unicorn Way. I'm Mr. Lincoln, and I just have some quick paperwork to get you enrolled. Signature here, initials there, and a lock of hair here. Are you allergic to unicorns or eyes of newt? Good. That takes care of that. To complete your enrollment, come meet your professors.
Welcome. I am the professor of Ice School, where we teach thaumaturges to endure like permafrost, withstanding all attacks.
While in the Storm School, we instruct young diviners to strike hard, fast as lightning, defeat the enemy before they know what hit them.
We pyromancers of the Fire School prefer to carefully fan the flames. Utilizing damage over time spells, we slow burn our enemies to cinders. Commanding the elements is indeed impressive, but Theurges of the Life School seek harmony with nature, which gives us the power to heal others.
Sorcerers also seek harmony, symmetry in all things. Balance is unique magic from Crocotopia, which supports and enhances the other schools.
Fireballs and flowers. Fresh magic, that.
All wizards summon monsters to fight for us, but only the best conjurers dare study the ways of me.
And I'm Malone, not, exactly a professor. We haven't had a real deaf professor since the last one turned evil and destroyed the school, so... But I can get you started at being a necromancer. Our death spells drain health from enemies, damaging them and healing ourselves at the same time. As the official interim teacher of death magic, I can get you started as a necromancer. Let's just get out of the way.
Oh, okay. This doesn't look great. What happened here? That's a giant hole in the ground. That is one giant hole in the ground. Just casually there.
Welcome to the crater where the deaf school used to be. Until Headmaster Ambrose finds a replacement for Malistaire, you can come to me to train. I can even teach you advanced death spells when you reach the right level of experience. Probably. I'll let you know when that is. For now, I've got one spell for you. Ghoul. Train it, then head back to Mr. Lincoln.
You're already learning multi-pip spells? Oh, splendid! At the beginning of each round of combat, you gain a pip. Some spells, like this one, take more than one pip to cast. Use it to pass a turn, or cast a 0 pip spell to build up your pip supply.
I always thought like the ghoul card looked a bit like the zombies from Plants vs Zombies. Am I the only one who thought so? Okay, they're already in the deck. This guy seems chill. Okay, oh, okay, you need to actually craft them, right? He's incredibly chill for a tree that's literally on fire. It's a Christmas tree. That's also pretty cool. Oh, let's read. Oh, this guy does not look so happy. I guess it's not great when something literally eternally rains on you.
You've met your professor. Great! You can train spells in your school for free, but to learn other school spells, you must spend training points. Here, I'll give you one now. Use it to start training a secondary school. And if you change your mind later, see me to buy back training points. Anyway, now that you're enrolled, you get your own dorm room to store items and decorate however you want. This is the boys' dorm here, and this is the girls' dorm. You can also use the Go Home button to reach your dorm room from anywhere. Once you get settled in, report to the headmaster.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see if we can... get a secondary school. Which one should I go for? Some statue thing What is this? I don't know who this goes. What's this? To extract a monster's animus, begin by placing the extract animus spell of the correct monster type into your deck. Okay, then again, then click again on any damage spells to enchant with the extract animus spell. Okay, I don't know what that is though. When you click on the enchanted damage spell, the animus indicates blinking monsters from the extract animus. Enchanted attack spell. If your monstrosity, I can't English. Monstrology level is higher than the monster's rank. There's a chance of extracting bonus animus. Small chance of extracting animus from monsters with a higher rank than your monstrology level. You can extract one animus from a monster for successful damage attack. A second animus is extracted if the attack defeats them. If your monstrosity level is more than 5 levels below the monster's rank, you won't gain any monstrosity XP. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. This is definitely new. This indicator shows that you've extracted animus from this monster. In order to keep extracted animus, you must win the fight. It shows the total number of animus extracted so far. Extracting a monster's animus unlocks their monster page and a monstrology tome in your backpack. If you try to extract animus, the results of the round are displayed here. Okay. You can create house guests to walk around your house. You can create some monster treasure cards. The animus you've collected from this monster is here. You can create expel monster treasure cards for non-bosses. They remove the monster from combat. That's pretty strong. Collecting treasure cards on house guests requires animus and gold. The monstrology level and XP shown in the activities page of the character tab in your backpack. Okay. Non-myth players can summon one monster, myth players can summon up to 3. You can use collected animus to summon to create some of these treasure cards. Some monsters are in addition to other myths. Okay. The summoned characters are different. See 7 monsters in your house. Open the object window, open the object and click on the object. Summon monster treasure cards in the monster dome. You can summon up to 4 summon monster treasure cards in the monster dome and then fight the monsters. That seems pretty simple. The erase monster button to remove monsters from the monster dome. Click on some monster treasure cards in the monster dome. Some monster treasure cards are added to a monster dome, can't be recovered. You can fight the monster as many times as you like. Okay, that seems pretty easy. I think we're probably a little too low level for that though. Yeah, level 12, okay. Got a little ways to go. It turns out they did put fishing in this game. I wasn't there before.
You're officially enrolled now? Then let me formally welcome you with this new healing spell. Let me also introduce you to our resident advisor, Abby K. Doodle. She can tell you all about our many electives when you have time.
I'll talk to her when a model actually loads in.
But on to more serious matters. It seems the troubles in Unicorn Way were but the tip of an evil iceberg. While you were gone, chaos erupted all over the city. Undead run amok in the streets, and our former allies have turned against us. Malastare must be behind this. Your victory on Unicorn Way makes you the perfect person to deal with this crisis. I foresaw you might save Wizard City. Now's your chance.
Yeah, but Dumbledore, why can't you do it yourself?
Go to Old Town and talk to Sergeant Muldoon immediately. We must set things right and discover Malastare's goal in all this. Good luck.
One last word before you embark on your quest. I've tried to answer most of the questions you'd have, but there is much more to tell you. If you haven't looked into your spellbook yet, click on the book in the bottom right of your screen. Click on the question mark tab. Many of the questions you might have are answered in the help pages. Oh, good luck, young wizard.
Oh, it's Diego. Come to me.
Come to me.
Okay.
I'm just outside the Duel arena on Unicorn Way.
I'm glad in this game I don't have to voice the characters.
Oh, wow! You look new. Are you new here? Have you met all the professors? Have you picked a school? Oh, have you tried electives? You've gotta try electives. They're a great break from dueling, and you can get all sorts of great things from them. Oh, you just have to let me show you around Wizard City and all the amazing things you can do here. Follow me outside.
Oh, okay.
This is a side quest. To have it, once this
We've
quest is
already had
complete, the arrow will point to the main quest again.
Whole thing about side quests.
This is the Commons, a gathering place for wizards of all schools and skill levels. It's also where you learn to, wait for it, fish! I know! We can fish here!
Yay,
with magic.
fishing
Just
in
talk to
video
old
games.
Lucky Hookline to learn all about it.
Ah, that's right. Fishing's a great way to find unique items. You can even get aquariums to display your best catches from all over the spiral.
And if you're planning on traipsing all over that there spiral, give your feet a rest with a mount. It'll really speed up your exploring.
You should talk to old Zeke whenever you see him, and I swear I see him everywhere. You get training points for helping him. And this is Eloise. She can stitch your gear so you can upgrade it, but keep your style the same. Now let's move on.
I see. Toad fishing. Oh, this guy's the side quest. I'm glad that lady
Why,
was gonna be
hello
with us
there,
again.
young wizard. Name's Zeke. Prospector Zeke. I've been all over the place, exploring the different worlds along the spiral. Each world I get to, I always find something people have gone and forgotten. Like them dwarf-like fellers called the Smiths. Say, you wouldn't mind helping me out, would you? Those Smiths are hiding all around Wizard City. They don't do much good where they are. Locate them and let me know where I can find them, and I'll pay you kindly for your trouble.
Okay, we already saw the one in Ravenwood, so let's go get it. If I can try and think back to 10 years ago. Oh, there's an explosion over there. Then maybe I can remember the locations of all the others. I doubt if they've moved in 10 years, but we'll see. Right, he was around here, I think. There he is. Okay. Oh yeah, we didn't actually pick a secondary school. Could go for the life and death balance, or I do think Myth is quite cool. Hello there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take Myth as our secondary. Don't. No. Okay, I slightly missed that. Oh, nice. We can get two. It's a very grumpy professor. Okay, let's make sure I've actually put this in. Started it. There's not actually enough space for it. Fairy replaces the troll, I think. One of these and set another troll. There we go. What was other side quests that we had? Do we need to... Oh, okay, there's a lot of different books. I think I saw one in Black Hope Tower, so if we go back there again. Okay. Since we're in Ravenwood, let's do this one. That is the sign for it. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey there. Let me know when you're qualified to move out of student dorms.
Okay, cool. Free sample. Oh, free sample. I love free samples. mean, who doesn't, right? Maybe pop this sign. Other players! There's actually other players in this game now! I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this game. Okay. Let's finish up the unicorn wave. Once first. It is, but we can't go this way yet. I never actually found out what was behind there.
Now you know how to duel another wizard for practice or for ranked status. Don't forget to bring your arena tickets here to redeem for fantastic reward. And remember, your ranked PvP rating lasts for an age. Once a new age begins, everyone's rating starts at 0. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, now for the history of magic. One of them is Black Hope Tower because we've been there before already. Probably gonna have to defeat the boss again though, which is fine. She's only rank 2 I think, so won't be a problem. There's actually other people. That guy's looking a bit strong for just a... Oh, okay, he must be. No, he's not. Wait, he's not AFK, I guess. Doing things. Does know that this thing will die in one hit, right? This is gonna do a lot of damage. 4,000 damage. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit overkill for a monster that only has 65 health. But okay. Alright, we're gonna have to kill this boss again. That's fine. Use the blood bat here because it doesn't really do much damage. Black Hope is a lifetime. She's a ghost. Bye bye, Lady Black Hope. Here's the time.
Life magic was said to have been discovered by the earliest inhabitants of the Ravenwood, guided by none other than Grandfather Tree himself. He instructed his early disciples to plant trees and tend to a grove to learn the complex interactions of all living things. As these early theurges advanced in their studies, so too did their gardens improve, eventually sprouting the sentient spell trees. Not just of life magic, but all the schools. Each tree embodied a new form of magic, a new aspect of existence. It was through their growth, study, and teaching that magical law was tested, explored, and codified.
Ooh, interesting. That is pretty cool. Oh, no, back inside by accident. No, I don't want to fight this boss again. Okay. Where is it? Any more side quests in this area? We haven't been to Golden Court yet. Let's do that now. Oh, I can get a cool pointy hat. Ooh, that gives more damage. Yeah, I kind of want the shoes with more damage, but I don't know. Oh, we can get other spells. That's pretty cool. Don't you want to say nothing seems to be better than the starting item. So I'm not too sure if this is really worth it for 180 gold, considering that I'll probably get a pair of better shoes. Not too far from now. Explore area, Golden Court. Let's see what's in there. Oh, this is the fairground. Oh, there's actually music here now. Ooh. Okay. There's the smith.
I think I may have gone on the carousel too many times. Now everything is spinning.
Oof. Oh, what's this?
The course of true love never did run smooth.
What are they doing?
To be or not to? Line?
Oh, is that a giant spider? No, thank you. No, thank you. Can I go in here? Wait, can I go on the carousel? I can go on the carousel now! Oh, that wasn't a thing before. That's pretty cool. Dude, this is the best feature of this game right here, going on the carousel. Oh, okay. Can't leave it. Staring at spider's butt. Best feature of this game, heads up. It's not anything else, it's just being able to ride this carousel. It's perfect. I'm glad this is what they did in 10 years of development. Made you able to ride the carousel.
Portrait making, which lets you preserve still images.
There we go. Sorry, I had a bit of an internet issue again. I think we're good. I have no idea what was going on though. Hello there.
Oh, hello! You must be the famous young wizard everyone's been telling me about. I'm Annie, Wizard City's new resident shutterbug. Tell me, have you ever wished you could archive your awesome accomplishments, save striking scenes, and immortalize interesting entities? Well, now you can through the captivating art of photomancy. Photomancy allows you to capture a picture of your surroundings that you can go back and view anytime, anywhere. While mastering the art of photomancy takes practice and talent, taking a simple photo couldn't be easier. Here, I'll show you the basics. To bring up your viewfinder, press the Z hotkey, or use the photomancy page in your spellbook. The boundaries of the viewfinder represent the edges of your photo. Think of it like the frame for the view you're trying to capture. There are two basic photo modes, normal and selfie. Normal photos are taken from behind you, and selfies are taken facing you. You can also choose to hide yourself in the photo for those times when you want to focus on the scenery, or maybe you're having a bad road day. You can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. Just be careful not to zoom too far out or in, or you risk losing focus on your subject. Once you've snapped your photo, it's then stored in the Photomancy album in your backpack. Space is limited, so be discerning.
Okay, enough chit-chat from me. You should go give Photomancy a shot for yourself. Just press Z and take a photo right here.
Pretty cool.
Hi, I need help. I'm trying to finish this science fair project for Professor Baelstrom, but those golems stole my materials. I really need those back. I've got a few more preparations to make, so if I have to fight the golems too, I'm sure to be late. If I'm late, I'll get a bad grade and... Wait a minute. If you retrieve them for me, I can finish my project and still be on time. I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the golem tower.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we'll do that. Mushrooms? No? What's this? Smiths. Oh, we can't speak to you yet.
You have just discovered a badge. Badges are achievements that you will earn throughout your adventures. Each one has its own requirements. Some badges will need you to defeat a certain number of foes, and others will require that you complete heroic deeds. Good luck in finding them all.
Oh, thank you so much! That's the enchanted wood I needed! My project's not running. Now I remember, there's something else I need. A charged gear.
How do you forget that?
A clockwork golem a couple floors up should have one. Would you go get it for me? I hear they are rather tough, so you'd better be prepared.
Not a problem. Easy peasy. just have to defeat this again. Get it, fire cat. Oh, 5 HP. Okay, on to the next floor. Oh, we're close to a level up. She lied. It's not on the second floor, it's on the third floor. Ooh, okay. I can use this snake. This should be a one shot. If it doesn't. Oh no, it fizzled! No! Guess not one shot anymore. Actually, it will be. I always thought this guy would level up Plants vs. Okay, on to the next floor. Here's the clockwork golems. Shouldn't be too bad. Ah, nice. That was max damage. And the thing is, I've really got to start watching my health, otherwise I'm a bit stuck. Let's get rid of this one, I should be alright, I think. Let's see, now being sad, maybe not. I can survive one more hit. Ooh, okay, no, this might... If we pass this turn, and then... Okay, I think we should be able to survive this if they use these spells. They don't fizzle. There is a possibility it can kill me. I hope it doesn't do max damage. Oh, that was close, that was close. Okay. We win this if the next spell doesn't fizzle. Okay, that's got 80 pounds. Don't fizzle. Okay, there we go. We win by the skin of it. 14 health. Okay, probably shouldn't continue any further with this. I think we're a bit under level to do the rest of it.
You've been a big help. There is no way I could have gotten one of those myself. My project is almost complete. Okay, I need one more piece for my science project. It's going to be tough, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It'll require going up to the top of Golem Tower. I need a steam capacitor to complete my project. The only one I know of would be the one on the Iron Golem, but I know he is really tough. I won't blame you if you don't want to do it, but if you do, I'll give you some treasure cards for defeating the Iron Golem and bringing me the steam capacitor. Deal?
Alright, we'll have to do that another time though, because there is no way that I would survive that at my current level. What did she give me though? I didn't actually see what she gave me. Oh, that's a lot of shoes. Okay, that was death resistance, but this one's extra death damage. Oh, that's extra health. I think I'll take the extra health. Okay, let's carry on then. Here's the other stuff I needed to do. Okay, we can't do most of these. Okay, we just need to go back to Unicorn Way again. That's fine. Carousel again.
Wizard, allow me to introduce the Ravenwood Duel Master.
I've already met him like twice.
Diego Santiago Corrigues Ramirez III at your service, young wizard. Bobby tells me you wish to learn of the arena, yes?
You've already taught me.
Ah, but the arena, she is not for the faint of heart. She holds a contest like no other, where wizards duel one another. Do not enter unprepared.
Oh, don't worry about that, because the next stop on our tour is the shopping district, where you can prepare for anything.
Alright, I see. Let's go shopping. Scare away all the fish. Is there anything else to do in this? I don't think so. Other than the... Other than the photomancy stuff, but we can do that later. Because we'd have to go back to Bunbun.
Here is your go-to source for anything you might need. Wands, robes, pointy hats, it's all here. You can also get better card decks, pet supplies, furniture for your dorm, new houses and jewels, or visit the magic mirror to change your look. If your gear lacks a little something, this is the first place you should come to improve it. But if you're light on gold, just come this way.
I want to see what's over here. Castle Whispers. What's the... Can you build your own house? Ooh. I guess that's supposed to be Ravenwood up there, and that's where the Death School was or something. I want to buy a pet. Can I buy a pet? I remember when this used to be just completely filled with players. I can buy a pet! Except it hasn't actually loaded in anything. I can buy a unicorn. I want a dragon and I don't have enough gold for it. I'm gonna buy a dragon as soon as I can afford it. Dragons are pretty cool. Can we not go that way? On to Old Town.
young student, you don't have all the gold in the world. I know what that's like. But you still need gear. 'Cause, you know, monsters. That's why you come to Old Town's Bazaar, run by Mr. Alex Silverfist.
Yep, that's me. If you have items you don't need, just come to me to put them up for auction so that other wizards can buy them from you.
Alex Bazaar is a great way to turn all your non-school gear and things into gold. But another way to get good gear is to just make it.
Ah, yes. There's nothing more satisfying than a magic wand you carved yourself. Come see me when you're ready to learn the fine art of crafting.
Oh no, it's another woman with a spoon.
And I think that ends the tour? I know, it's so sad. But now you know you can fish, craft, auction, duel, garden, walk, and something else. Photomance! I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, and buy stuff. You can do that too. Anyway, hope you love the tour. See you around, Wizard.
Oh, that's very sweet. I don't... Okay, there we go. I can actually... I can say thanks. There we go. Alright, where am I actually going? What's this? Oh, someone said I was pretty. Okay, I don't know what this joint team thing is. I don't know if there's a party system in this game now. Wait, what is this? Nothing, I guess.
Beware! Beyond these gates, the city's gone mad. Wait, you're the hero of Unicorn Way. The headmaster sent you to help? Thank goodness. We've got undead all over the place. Every cursed spirit and vile ghost we sealed away has broken free and attacked the city. Nowhere is safe. Now what? Oh, well, it's a pet. They're kind of like a wizard's familiar. They help out in all sorts of ways, from discovery to dueling. But it shouldn't be in that tower. That's the caretaker's tower. Nobody's been in there since old Judd, the keeper of the cemetery, passed. Oh, right. Undead. Wizard, go with the pet. Work together and find out what's happening in that tower.
Okay. What's his name? I'll speak to the lady with the creepy voice.
What can I do for you?
Greetings, young wizard. So, you're interested in learning about crafting? Wonderful. Let's get started with your first lesson. The first rule is to have a clean, well-lit place to work. For that, you'll need a basic crafting table. I'm happy to make you one if you can gather the supplies. We'll need some mistwood. You can find mistwood growing all over Wizard City. Bring the mistwood back to me, and we'll soon have you a nice new place to work.
Okay. I've already found some, so it's just gonna...
Do you have the mistwood for me yet?
Seems like
We'll need it to build your basic crafting table. Hurry now!
Can I buy it off you and then just give it to her? No. There goes my idea of attempting to cheat the quest. Can we go in here? Guess not. What's going on over here? Oh. There's a dungeon there now that I didn't know about. Voice actor. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best.
Well, hello there. I've not made your acquaintance yet. It's always good to see fresh faces here in Wizard City. I wish I had studied to become a wizard instead of, becoming a town guard. Say, I found this book on one of the benches while I was strolling to work this morning. It looks important, and I don't have time to drop it by the library. Would you take it there for me?
Sure, why not? Let's go to the pet first.
You now have a pet egg in your inventory. Once it hatches, you can equip the
Have I always had this midnight cat? Oh, okay.
No, I lost! I can't believe You, other wizard! Hurry! You have to help!
Okay, this is new.
You shouldn't have come to this tower. No, shouldn't have done that. Gonna interfere with things don't concern you. Like my plan to turn all pets into zombie pets, You'll see you will. When it comes to pets, sometimes undead is better.
If you have a pet equipped, it can help you in battle.
That's new. I don't recall them being able to help you before.
But I threw the key to my pet kennel into the kennel itself, I did. You can't get through those bars, no how.
What? That's terrible! We have to get into that kennel. But how? Huh? Oh, I'm Penny Dreadful. I'm new here. When I saw this zombie guy stealing the pets, I tried to stop him and I guess I need more practice. You were great though. But I don't suppose you have any shrinking spells to help us slip through those bars? Oh! What about your pet? It's pretty small. Can you command it to go into the next room and get the key?
You are now commanding your pet, allowing you to get to places and see things wizards can't. Use this ability to enter the next room.
Oh, like a little... Oh, this is cute. Oh, I love this. I'm so slow though. Wait, what's over here? Oh, those are the other pets, okay. They pretty much just hop everywhere. Hey, what's over there? That's the way we came in. What's over here? Random tombstones indoors.
Now that your pet has retrieved the key, you can unlock and enter the next room.
Great! Now let's go save all those poor pets!
Let's go!
Combination locks, and only old Judge would know the code. I mean, maybe the captive pet saw him put in the correct combo, but I don't speak pet. Do you? I'm seriously asking. Maybe we can guess the combo. Let's see. 00001. Nope, not it. 00002. Not it. Forget it. This is ridiculous. Our only sensible option is to find some way to talk to these captive pets and get the combo.
Luckily, I can control the pets, so...
Yep, I saw that smelly guy put in the combo lots of times. It's 000003.
It's seriously... Okay.
I'll make sure the pets get back to the pet pavilion in one piece. Check it out sometime to learn all about pet training. After they're safe, I'll go to the head
headmaster's office and complete my enrollment. Come find me when you get a chance. For right now, though, go tell the guard outside what's happened here.
Will do. There's something else in that tower originally though. Actually, maybe I'm thinking of this tower. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the dungeon I was thinking of. It was that tower. I guess there was nothing in that tower before. Hello there.
You saved the pets and a young student? Not bad. Our work is just beginning, and I need all the help I can get.
Speaking of which, your pet has gained enough experience, XP, from this quest to level up. As pets level up, they can learn new talents. With this talent, you can command your pet to attack. Select your pet's power card before you choose your wizard's action for the turn. This talent costs a bit of your pet's happiness each time you use it. You can increase your pet's happiness by feeding it pet snacks.
I've got alarming reports from Cyclops Lane and Triton Avenue, and I haven't heard anything out of Firecat Alley. So, where do you want to start?
Death Assistant. That's pretty cool. Lock Lane. Now let's find out what these questions
One of my guards, Private Quinn, sent a message asking for aid. Can't spare any men, but maybe you can help. He's on Firecat Alley.
I love the fact you can hear the difference between the voices of the old voice lines from years ago and the new ones they've put in, because it's just a completely different voice actor.
Triton Avenue's being overrun by the undead. I don't have any guards left to try and deal with it either. You're not the first student to offer help. 2 wizards named Griffinbane went in a little while ago, and there was another named Grimwater. But none of them have come out, and I've gotten no word. Can you help me try to find them? Good luck, and above all, be careful.
There's a kid on Cyclops Lane named Nolan Stormgate. You should talk to him. He sounds like he's in trouble. He's dealing with the giants there and has been asking us to send students. Better go see what he wants.
Alright, what should we do first? Oh, just go fast.
Ah, you must be the new student I've heard so much about. I can see by the gleam in your eye that you're bound for great things. I want to fashion you a proper set of magical robes. They'll help you on your journeys and look good too, if I do say so myself. But the gobblers ate all my supplies. I'll need you to get some more so I can make the robes for you. I'm sure you can do it easily. I'll need good cloth. Shawls from the haunted minions on Triton Avenue will serve nicely, along with fabric from Fire Elf hats in Firecat Alley. Finally, I'll need good leather. The belts the Cyclopes wear will be perfect. You can get some in Cyclops Alley. Go forth, young wizard.
I have to say, I did not know that the plural of Cyclops was, what was it, Cyclopses? Not the quest we got. Okay, can't do this one yet. Okay, let's do this one because it's in this area. Does that count? Oh, there we go. Right. Hi. How are you doing? You all good? Let's put this sign. Rice Crispy, I love that. I love all the puns in this game as well. Well, that's kind of cool.
those pets safely back to the pavilion, but now I've got another problem. My enrollment application is missing. I came here all the way from Marleybone to study under the great necromancer Malistaire Drake, who's apparently evil now, and they lost my forms. The headmaster's office is packed to the brim with students, and I don't know what to do. Do you know if there's a registrar we could talk to?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is. It's a giant bird. Where's your face? I can't see, won't load. Should I be able to see it in like the bottom left corner?
Slow down. Just one pet snack per wizard. Oh, you're back. Did you place all the promotional signs? Great. You really saved my bacon, friend. I hereby promote you to Nana's Old-Fashioned Caramel Delights Promotions Associate and Assistant to the Regional Hiring Manager. Here's your Nana's Old-Fashioned Caramel Delights uniform. Congrats! Or whatever. Thanks, and have an old-fashioned delightful day.
Wait, do I actually get the uniform? Okay, how stupid does this look? I want to see. Perfect. I don't care what the stats are. I'm keeping the really stupid looking. Oh. It looks ridiculous.
What brings you by, Wizard? A registration form for Penny Dreadful? I'm afraid I don't see it here, which means either she didn't submit one, or it has been moved to the Archivium Malatorium, where it is guarded by the Mad Wraith. We care about protecting personal information. Or it's on Headmaster Ambrose's desk and he just hasn't gotten to all his paperwork this week. Check with him before trying anything else.
I'm not sure why Penny Dreadful can't do this herself.
Penny Dreadful? Of the Marleybone Dreadfuls? Why, I taught her adopted parents. Wonderful students. Let me find her application. Let's see. Papers to grade, budgetary proposals. Oh, a live frog. Duncan Grimwater's Ode to Malistaire verses 1 to 5. Ah, here we go. Stamped and approved. But I'm afraid this delay has left her rather behind in her coursework. After the fall of the Death School, I moved the students to independent studies. Take this assignment to Penny. Oh, perhaps you can help her catch up. I want you to introduce yourself to Diego, the Duel Master. He manages the arena. The arena is just inside the entrance to Unicorn Way, on the right.
I've introduced myself to Diego about 3 times now.
Wizard, I have heard you rescued an assortment of pets from Old Judd. Do you still have the one you adopted? If so, do make sure to visit Milo Barker in the Pet Pavilion. He can walk you through everything you need to know about raising, training, and improving your pet.
We all got over my character's outfit. It's so stupid.
My application? Oh, thank you. And independent study, huh? I just enrolled and I've already got homework. But if you're willing to help me, maybe we can get this done real quick. It can't be any harder than fighting a zombie, right? Let's see. The assignment is called Battle Tactics of the Undead. Guess we'll be fighting all the zombies. Normally, it says we'd be granted access to the sealed caves. But, that ship has sailed. The undead are everywhere now. I think the best way to do this is for both of us to fight everything on this list and compare notes. We'll have more reliable observations that way.
Oh, hey, how are you doing? I'm playing Wizard101, which is a game that I used to really love playing as a kid, and I'm basically seeing, is it still worth playing 10 years later? So far, I'd say yes.
Skeletal pirates, rotting fodder, and field guards, and then meet me back here.
This quest has multiple simultaneous objectives. You can see them all by opening your quest log and pressing the arrow keys on this quest. Use these arrow keys to select the objective you wish to complete first, and the quest arrow will point you to it.
Okay, we're back to deleting, yes. I mean, technically it's kind of the same thing. I meant to say defeating level 1 enemies. Level 1 enemy. Okay, so that's the... so that's the pet. That wasn't in the game before. I think it's the lost all these price type, which made no sense in the past. That's a good thing that... Okay, on to the next really easy enemy. Yeah, this game is like super old, but they've kind of revamped it a little bit. They put in a few more flashy things that bring it a little more up to date. Still a very good game. Oh, it's on 10 HP. Oh, we gotta go all the way to try that. Okay. Well, we haven't got to that part of the story yet. So we might have to hold off. Sorry, I keep forgetting this is a teleport thing. We have to keep walking back all the time. Kinda, I guess? Kinda? Where am I going? Oh yeah, we're going to the pavilion.
Why, hello there, my fine young friend. Have you by any chance participated in the dynamic display that is the Wizard City Pet Pavilion? It's a captivating cavalcade of prodigious proportions. Near this very spot are fine vendors of pets and pet provender. That splendid structure over there is the hatchery. The Pet Derby offers all manner of enticing entertainments and delightful distractions for wizard and pet alike. Intrigued by the fantastic world of pets, young wizard? Capital! But there's more to pets than snacks and games. They have special abilities. A good pet has eyes and ears, far more sensitive than yours or mine. They can sense things we can't. An ideal trick for any scavenger hunt. I've buried metal rings in the common and the shopping district. Want to see if your pet can find them? Good hunting!
This quest requires you to have a pet and guide it to each goal. If you have a pet with a pet equipped, you can play as your pet will make certain items and objectives available that weren't before. But likewise, pets can't talk to most people or engage in wizard duels. You can play as your pet until its happiness runs out. Replenish happiness by feeding the pet snacks. Now use your pet to find those metal rings.
Might I be of some service, educating you in matters relating to pets and their profound possibilities? The Wizard City Pet Pavilion has experts aplenty. They'll merrily monopolize your concentration with a wealth of useful information. Speak to all of them. You can start with my little green friend, Sir Nigel Higginbottom. He'll tell you more and set you upon the right path.
What's up in there?
Greetings, brave wizard. I am Sensei Hashimoto, a humble pet trainer. I welcome you to the way of the Ninja Pig. The way is a challenging pet obstacle course that will test your pet's mind, body, and soul. Those who succeed will earn great experience, but those that fail will earn shame for their wizard. If you care to test your pet's ability, you have only to enter the sigil next to me.
Wait, is this the dancing one? Oh no, I think this is the dancing one. Oh, okay. What's up there? No, not sure. Oh, yes, I'm not too sure what most of this means. Can I get one? I guess that's just the thing that tells you like what all the different pets are. Maybe? Maybe?
Why, hello, wizard. Come to learn about training pets, have ye? Allow Humble Nigel here to point you in the right direction. Over there you have the hatchery, where Dr. Perot can tell you all about developing your pet's abilities across generations. In these here shops you have Tennant and Lowe, who sell new pets and pet eggs. And Dusty and Jackie, who sell pet snacks. Go speak to each of the experts, and once your knowledge of pet raising is complete, I'll tell you how to win arena tickets by racing in the Pet Derby.
Alrighty, see you later. Thanks for coming to check out the stream. Have a good night.
You can speak with my associate, Mr. Barker.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay. Oh, we need to speak with her, okay.
Oh, a customer! Come right in. We have all manner of snacks for your pet. Whatever you need.
After your pet completes a training game, it will be hungry. You can reward your pet with a tasty snack. The type of snack you feed it will increase its abilities in some fashion. The exact ability and how much it improves depend on the type of snack and how much your pet likes it. Different pets like different snacks, so you should try a variety of snacks and see what your pet likes best.
And you won't find a better selection of snacks anywhere in the Spiral. Guaranteed.
What do we have? Radioactive pizza, huh? That is a lot of money for snacks. What do you have? That breadcrumb. Oh, there's a crown item, I guess. Okay. I'm not too sure what that does. I'm sure we'll find out later. What's this? Oh, it's a different game. Okay. There we go. Oh, we don't. This does not look ethical at all.
What are you waiting for? Take a seat in the hatching machine and we'll get started. Where's the other pet? Oh, my mistake. You're not a pet. Serves me right for not paying attention. That would have been a disaster. This is the hatchery, where pets can hatch new pet eggs.
It's remarkable process. Simply stand on the sigil near the hatcher and choose 2 adult pets you'd like to use. Then press the hatch button. If 2 wizards want to collaborate, both must stand on the sigil. Each can contribute a single adult pet. When you both press the ready buttons, voila! A new egg! If 2 wizards work together, they'll hatch 2 eggs. The egg will take after one of the original pets. Which pet and which trait? Who can say? Once the egg is hatched, your new pet is just a baby and needs to be trained and fed. You can train your pet with the mini-games offered in the Pet Pavilion. As you train your pet, it grows older and will develop new talents and powers. Pet talents help you in magical duels, while derby powers are used in the pet derby. Some rare pets are extremely powerful, with astonishing abilities. I really must get back to my work, so unless you're ready to hatch a pet...
That looks crazy. So this is a pet shop, okay.
Welcome to our shop. This is the finest assemblage of exotic pet eggs you'll find. We have an inventory that ranges all across the spiral.
Indeed. You'll not find a better selection of pet eggs anywhere in Wizard City.
The spiral, that is. Anywhere in the spiral.
Really? I had no idea.
Oh, okay, this person is nothing. Oh, okay. Oh, these are the ones we saw before. Still don't have enough for that dragon yet. Jewel shop. What is this? What does this do? Oh, okay. Because it's something for the pet derbies. Recipe shop. Oh, okay. I don't remember what the jewels do. I think they weren't in the game before.
I trust that your tour of the grounds and its services was as entertaining as it was educational. As I mentioned previously, it is my honour to offer a wide variety of fine and unique items in trade for arena tickets. You'll earn arena tickets if your pet does well in the pet derby, or you'll receive gold as a consolation prize. You can use arena tickets to buy things here, or from my friend Diego over on Unicorn Way. Mr. Barker will no doubt wish to regale you with information about the wonderful world of the pet derby, so I won't detain you any further.
Well there, my prodigious prestidigitator. What did you think of our Pet Pavilion? I trust that my admirable associates bent your ear enough. Now that you've seen what wonders the Pet Pavilion offers, I encourage you to take advantage of the ample assortment of delightful diversions to train your pets. Your energy governs how often you may train your pet. It returns over time, but if you need more energy and cannot abide, you may purchase an energy elixir from the Crown Shop. If you don't train your pet, it won't grow up. So it's very important to pay attention to your pet and train it as much as you can.
Wizzy 500.
If you've an interest in participating in the Pet Derby, I am just the fella you need to speak to. Just a moment, though. Before I set your precious pet upon the perplexing paths of our Pet Derby, I must ask that you avail yourself of the information provided in the 2 rule books nearby. One of the books is generous with guidance about practice matches, while the other volume summarizes those that are ranked. Go and peruse them at your leisure, and stroll on back to me when you're sufficiently schooled.
In the Pet Derby, you can race your pet in practice matches for fun, with nothing to gain or to lose. The Practice Pet Derby is a good way to learn the course and obstacles for each different track, and see which track your pet is best suited for.
In the Ranked Pet Derby, your pet will race against other pets with prizes such as arena tickets or gold. The last place pet receives gold, while the other pets receive arena tickets. Your pet's wins and losses are measured on your character sheet, and your pet will gain ranking in the pet derby based on its performance. Let me explain the basics of the pet derby so that I might enhance your experience. There's a lot to go over, so I recommend you make yourself comfortable and pay attention. You can race your pet in the pet derby by going to one of the 2 book pedestals in the pet pavilion. One is for practice matches, the other is for ranked derby races. Practice derby races are classed by easy, medium, hard, and epic. You can create a new match, or you can quick join a match that has already been created. You will see the cross swords icon in the upper right corner of your screen when your pet is in the queue for a pet derby race. When the race is ready, you will see a just right. Hitting an obstacle slows your pet.
Sorry about that. Lost my internet again. How am I finding the game? I am definitely enjoying it still. Like, I used to play this game about 10 years ago when I was a kid, so coming back to it now and seeing what's changed, what's the same, pretty enjoyable for me.
Let me explain. You can.
I'm gonna have to skip like some of this dialogue again. Sorry, I can't be bothered.
Your pet has a resource called morale, displayed on the bar at the top center of the screen. Cheering your pet costs morale. Your pet gains morale when it successfully bypasses obstacles. Cheering costs different amounts of morale based on the terrain your pet is on. The cost is based on the terrain type and your pet's attributes. The attribute used has its icon next to the morale bar. Your pet's derby powers are the round icons in the top center of the screen, just below the morale bar. You can click these with your mouse, or you can use the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 keys to activate them. Derby powers can boost your pet's performance, hinder other pets, put obstacles on the track, force pets to change lanes, or other tricks. You can mouse over a power's icon to see what it does. Effects on your pet appear as icons on either side of your pet. Helpful effects are on the left. Bad effects are on the right. A countdown timer shows how long each effect remains on your pet. Try to steer your pet through the floating stars. They will give your pet speed bonuses and give your pet temporary immunity from other pet powers. Avoid bombs and banana peels. Bombs will slow your pet down, and banana peels will slow and cause your pet to change lanes. And now that you've done your homework, it's time to play. I'll wager you can barely contain your enthusiasm, so step right up, ready your pet, and let's go!
Let's see. I feel if I try and do like the pet stuff, probably will take forever to find a match because there's no place. So I think we'll come back to that another time. What other things can we do? Okay, we need to go introduce ourselves to Diego the Duel Master for a 4th time. And each time we do, he seems to have a different dialogue. Wait, have I met you before?
Nah.
Hello again.
Greetings. My name is Diego Santiago Corriquez Ramirez III, champion duelist.
Yep, we've already heard your full name.
The Duel Master bows with a great flourish of his cape.
The arena is a wondrous place. Students come here to hone their skills with magic, practice against others, and gain endless glory and fame. To try your hand against your classmates, enter the arena and step into the duel circle. If you train well, perhaps you can develop skills to rival even the great Malister, yes? What a duelist he was. He's the only person I would not want to duel in a real fight. Luckily, we only sparred for practice. Oh, speaking of Malister, did you know that he and Cyrus are twin brothers? I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrus was helping Malister with all this mess in Wizard City. You should tell Ambrose to keep an eye on Cyrus.
Oh, okay. Okay, we will. giant mouse feet.
Diego thinks that Cyrus is helping Malistaire cause all this trouble on Wizard City, eh? Oh, Diego shouldn't be spreading foolish rumors. Cyrus is a good professor. I trust him completely.
Yeah, but like, didn't you say like the same thing about Malistaire, and now Malistaire's just causing trouble?
I'm sure you heard that Malistaire Drake used to teach at the Death School. He was once one of our best professors, very powerful and compassionate. He loved discovering secrets of power. The only thing he loved more than power was his wife, Sylvia. May she rest in peace. If only she was still with us, things might be different. But even death cannot be undone.
Ooh. Okay, so something happened to his wife. Doesn't sound too good. Okay, there seems to be a lot of different quests. Okay, let's go to the library. Try and do everything on the side of the map first. Does she have anything good? Equipment shop. I have to say, nothing really screams to me the same way as this giant mouse hat does. Hello.
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? You are quite a good sport to take time out of your day to do that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, hang on there. This book does not belong to the library. Inside the cover it states property of Sabrina Greenstar. She probably dropped it on her way to the fairgrounds. You best give it to her yourself.
Why did we not check the book to see who it belonged to begin with?
Thank the Spiral you arrived so quickly. I need a hand with a crisis that could become an epidemic. The Carpe Diem Society gathers here to work on their lessons after classes. A 6-student study group, normally well-behaved. Today, however, one of the students stumbled upon the Book of Lost Pages. This accursed tome is to be locked away at all times. But it was misfiled by my assistant Morris and placed in the open stacks by mistake. When they opened it, the pages were unleashed. Speak to Boris Tallstaff and hear the story of the Lost Pages firsthand, and come back to me.
What? I didn't do anything? Well, okay. I guess I did put the Book of Lost Pages out in the main stacks. How was I supposed to know it goes in the vaulted archives and is never supposed to be available to students? I feel bad that the whole Carpe Diem Society was taken over by the book. There are 6 students in the group. Let's see. Kestrel Blackstorm, Taylor Froghead, Carson Sprite Thief, Declan Wormdust, Quinn Legendbreaker, and Bentley Daysong. Once the Book of Lost Pages affected them, they took off. I have no idea where in the spiral you might find them.
So they're just gone. Puff of smoke.
I need you to search the worlds of the Spiral and ask around for the missing students of the Carpe Diem Society. Not only has the Book of Lost Pages affected the students, but I'm sure it has had an adverse effect on the denizens of the Spiral. You'll need to search high and low, but I would start in Ravenwood. Simeon is eagle-eyed and may have seen something. You'll also need to search the worlds of Crocotopia, Mushu, Celestia, Avalon, and Azteca. But you'll be on your own for those.
So we're just searching worlds looking for students, okay. Okay.
Please, sir, have you seen the missing students?
Oh wait, no, this isn't the right place. Where is it? Oh, Ravenwood's over here.
Society scattered across the spiral.
I heard
rumors about Crocotopia, Mushu, Celestia, Avalon, and Ostaka. You'll have to look around those worlds to find them. I'm afraid you're on your own for that. Lost pages have affected the Scarlet Screamers in Triton Avenue. They look weird and are even more dangerous than ever. Those Screamers were already causing problems, but if we don't round up the lost pages, who knows how far the infection will spread? Can you defeat some spell-rid Screamers and recover the lost page of Storms? Bring it back here.
I'll do my best. Is there anything else on this side? There's the Smiths. Let's talk to them. And then that's about it for this time. Oh wait, that's the first one. Okay. But we'll do everything in the Golem Court around about the same time because I still need to do the mission for Golem Tower, which I'm way too underleveled to do, I think. This one moment.
You are returning the book I left on a bench? I didn't have one with me today. Maybe I lost it last week. Oh, that book. I gave that one to Regina for her to use as research for a science project. She's just inside Golem Court if you want to give it back to her.
Alright, we'll do all Golem Court stuff later. Because at least it's all in the same place. Our person has wings! Alright, where was it we were going? Oh yeah, this is one of the Smiths here. I don't remember where it is. It's probably behind a building somewhere. Can I go around this way? I think it was more towards where Alex Edge is. I think. I don't know. It was around here somewhere. Oh! Ended up walking into someone's shop. It was around here somewhere. Behind one of the buildings here? We can't go that way. Oh, okay, apparently we can just walk through that. Okay, it's not here. Mistwood. Got those mushrooms as well. Oh, there's more Mistwood over here. Okay, where's that Smith? Where are you? It's not here. Definitely behind one of these buildings, pretty sure. So I'll pick up all the reagents. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, that seems to be here. Wait, how do we get back out? Not that way. This way. Okay. I've already been behind there. What about up here? Oh. Okay, this must be behind one of these buildings instead. There it is.
harvest wood should do nicely.
Miss Tangletree gets to work with hammer, plane, and saw. In a few moments, you have a nice little work table.
Now, with a basic crafting table, you have a place to work. Now, with your work table, you can begin to learn the fine trade of crafting, making your own items. First, you should place the basic crafting table in your dorm room or castle. Your first assignment is to make 2 daggers of absolution. You should have no difficulty. You'll need to buy a recipe from me and then gather the required ingredients. When you've got all your ingredients, use your basic crafting table to make the athames. When you have made 2 daggers of absolution, bring them back to me and I'll award you a Novice Crafter badge. So remember to bring them here when you're finished. Good luck. I can't wait to see them.
Alright, perfect. Let's put a mark over. Place object. How can we put this? Oh, okay, it hasn't loaded in yet. Okay, there we go. That memories of the little Sims games. There we go, we'll just put it in. Oh, we're missing. Okay. I don't recall it taking one of these before. That's okay.
Have you brought the 2 daggers of absolution I asked you to make? If you don't have both of them, I can't help you, dear.
Right, okay, that's the black hole. I don't know how many it was for them. I'll try that. Can't remember what the recipe was. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, it was 4. Okay. Oh, back to Old Town again. That means we need to buy another 6. Second dagger. So another 2 of these. 6 of these. Okay, there we go. Keep pressing the escape button to get rid of the menu. That just keeps endlessly bringing up the... Oh. No, that's not good. What's the cooldown? Doesn't tell me what the cooldown is. Okay, I think I'm all good. There we go. All done and crafted.
Those are quite nice indeed. I am pleased to award you a Novice Crafter badge. Display it with pride. When you earn a new crafting badge, you can buy more advanced recipes, allowing you to create new and more powerful items. said I could get you started, and you've certainly grasped the fundamentals of crafting. That's all I can teach you. To become a master artisan, you must learn the crafting styles of all the worlds of the spiral. If you wish to continue your studies, you should go to speak with William in Crocotopia. He will be happy to continue your training.
Nice. Okay. Let's try and get some of my mana back. Can I say hi to you? Okay, let's move on to try.
You there! Help!
Oh, this place has definitely changed.
Look there, Wizard. Do you see that device? It's a teleporter. If you use it, it will transport you to other teleporters on this street. You can get where you're going quickly.
I don't remember electric eels on this game.
I'm lucky you came along. Something has broken the flow of storm magic through the street. Those towers should have arcs of lightning between them. This is bad. My sister Susie and I came to see if we could help get things back under control, but we got separated. The haunted minions drove me back. Can you create a diversion so I can try to break through, attack the minions, and I'll meet you by the river?
Now, if we use gold here. That's how I've had broccoli with cheese before. They made this place look really cool.
Thanks for the help, Wizard. I wouldn't have gotten here without you. I'm worried something terrible has happened. On my way here, I saw one of the lightning eels with Susie's wand in its jaws. Maybe she just dropped it, but maybe not. What can we do?
I couldn't help but overhear. You're very loud. If you can bring me that wand, I may be able to assist.
Really? How?
How?
Duncan Grimwater, necromancer. I was drawn here by a massive surge of death magic. It must be the reason the undead have overrun the street. I wish Malastare were here. He could stop all this madness instantly. If only he were still alive.
What?
Malastare is alive? Impossible. I don't know what you saw, but you must be mistaken. Someone is trying to deceive you and Professor Ambrose. Malastare was a great man, the greatest necromancer of this age. Ambrose is responsible for what happened to him. If he hadn't...
Can we talk about this later? My sister's lost out there.
You're right. Wizard, bring me that wand, and I think I can get to the bottom of this.
I can hear the change in voice like that. Who are you?
Greetings, Wizard. Thank goodness you're here. The undead are making a mess of everything, but they're only the beginning. Storm magic flows through Triton Avenue in a steady current, or at least it did, until all this craziness started. Now the flow has been diverted. It's making the storm creatures that live in the river angry. Lightning eels have swarmed up from the depths and are slithering amok. If they aren't driven away, their electrical charge could unbalance things even more. Can you go drive some of them away?
Sounds very doable. Ooh, I need that. Oh. Health. Okay, that's the second one down. One more to go. Now he'll continue. we go. Hello.
Well done. That should stabilize things a little. I hope it's enough. Do you think you might do me another favour? You see, I work at the mill across the river. We grind lumina crystals. I was bringing in a load of raw crystals when everything went crazy. The haunted minions scattered my shipment all over the place. Can you round up some raw crystal barrels and bring them to me? I'll be in your debt.
This is a collect quest, a special kind of side quest. Unlike most quests, collect quests have no quest arrow. Good luck exploring.
Oh, it's one of those quests, I see.
Excellent. Susie is still alive. I can sense it from her wand. I think I can find her, but there's one more thing I need. I know a ritual that could grant me a vision of wherever Susie is. It's very advanced. I'm not surprised you don't know it. The connection between Susie and her wand is one anchor for the ritual, but I need another. I think I know what will work. When I was trying to reach the source of the death magic, I ran afoul of the rotting fodder across the river. They're using storm magic.
That doesn't make any sense. Why are they using storm magic instead of death?
They were wearing strange amulets that were crackling with storm energy. Bring me those amulets and I can cast my spell.
Oh, okay.
Greetings, oh wonderful wizard. Our mutual friend, Headmaster Ambrose, would have words with you if you have a moment to spare.
Does that mean I'm in trouble?
Wizard, have you heard about daily PvP rewards? All you need to do to earn free rewards is participate in PvP. Daily.
Oh, listen.
Could you come see me? I need your help.
What level? Level 7, okay. I don't think we got a new spell yet, but... Let's mark this location, see what's going on, and then we can always come back.
Young wizard, I can't wait to tell you about my favorite pastime, fishing.
Already heard
Come
about it.
find me by the water in the commons.
Okay, let's go see what Death Guy wants. Let's do it. Hello there.
As they say, knowledge is power. I think it's about time you do some research. You'll need to go to the haunted cave. That is, if you're brave enough. Once there, search around the graveyard for where the Elder Seer is buried. Remember, a graveyard wouldn't scare a death student. At least not a brave one.
That was what you wanted to tell me, huh? Alright, let's go see what Professor Ambrose actually wants. This better be good.
Speaking of issues concerning Malistaire, one of his favorite students, a boy named Duncan Grimwater, has been tackling a ghost problem over on Triton Avenue. Can you inquire as to whether he has heard anything from his old professor? We need to know if Malistaire has been contacting former students.
Okay, okay. That was all we really needed to do here. Right, yeah. Can instantly teleport back in that case. Did you miss me?
So, Headmaster's still worried about Malistaire. If you ask me, I think Ambrose needs to quit blaming Malistaire every time something goes wrong in Wizard City.
Ah, there's the change in voice actor again.
Malistaire Drake was such an inspiring professor. Most consider him to be the greatest necromancer of our time. He understood life's limitations and strove to face them unafraid.
Ambrose has suggested for me to stop practicing the death arts. He even suggested I give life a try. Ha! But I keep studying on my own. Maybe one day I will be as powerful as Malister. If you want to find out more about Malister, maybe you should talk to an old friend of his wife. You have heard what happened to Malister's wife, right? No? Oh, if you're interested, go talk to Gloria Crendel in Old Town and ask her about Sylvia Drake. Those two women were close. She could tell you more.
I really want to know. But I can't bother to walk all the way back to Old Town. I remember when that used to be so full of players, that boss. And you used to have to like pretty much queue for ages to get to be able to fight it. You had to like stand in the middle of the sigil and just hope when the boss was defeated, your character would be close enough to the center that you could go on to the next fight against it. And now look, not a single player left. Oh, that's the teleport next. Some health as well. Itself as an attack. Give us a bunch of spat in his face. Third one. I haven't seen a couple. I saw a few in the comics, and then like one or two in Old Town. They were mostly like high-level players, though. I haven't seen any new players. They made this place look so cool. Can we go up here? Oh, we can go up here. Wait, what is this? Okay, that's new. Yeah, this place didn't look as cool before. Depends how long I carry on playing this for, really. I never actually got any further in the main story than Triton Avenue when I was a kid because I didn't have the money to get any further in the story. But now that I do, I may carry on playing it past Triton Avenue. Probably will, because I am enjoying this. But yeah, it will require money to I think Firecat Alley and Cyclops Lane are both paid, unless they change that, but I think it's still the same. Like, getting them a crown seems pretty expensive, but I think the membership isn't too bad.
Now, let's see what I can see.
Have you played this game before?
If I'm right, and I usually am, whoever's enchanting these storm amulets also kidnapped Susie. They probably have Susie imprisoned close by. I can use the link between the wand and Susie to find her, and the link between the storm amulets and their maker to produce a vision. Here goes. Nothing. Whoever this is, they have some powerful magic. I think I could break through the interference with a charged Lumina crystal.
This game is pretty fun. It was. I can remember I spent hours and hours grinding this game when I was younger, but only in the free-to-play areas.
Lumina crystal, you're out of luck. The undead stole all my crystals. I've got lots of raw crystal. I could grind you another one, but the mill's broken. Undead stole the wheel cogs and scattered them all over. But even if I could grind you a crystal, I couldn't charge it. My lightning rod won't work. A Scarlet Screamer stole the primary coil.
So all the stuff just got stolen.
Could help get me up and running again. Gather up the cogs and get my coil back from the Scarlet Screamers, and I'll get you a crystal.
Alright, I see. There's a cog. There's another one. There it is. A chest! So now the players, it means I don't have a place to steal them from me. Yeah, this game... Yeah, most of the appeal from this game does come from nostalgia. I do kind of want to know how the whole Malister arc ends, because I never knew when I was a kid. Like, I can definitely remember which parts of the story were the same and which parts were different. But all they've really done is just added in extra stuff. It's not like what they did with Black Desert, where they just completely rewrote the story. Or in the case of Black Desert, what they more or less did is they actually took out parts of the original story, so it doesn't make sense anymore. It's also nice they've upgraded the graphics as well, because all of this was quite crappy looking when I was a kid, to be honest. Because this was a good 10, 12 years ago. Okay, how much health has it got? I'll just use 2 more spells. Yeah, so they've upgraded the graphics quite a bit. Still very cartoony, but everything looks a lot smoother now. I believe they are still updating this game. It's definitely like way further than the Malister arc, unless they continued it. But I think with something like another 10 worlds past the Malister arc. Yeah, it's a lot like RuneScape, where they're still going with RuneScape. I haven't actually played that. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Oh wow, okay. I'm gonna have to kill this thing first and then heal myself. I've got to hope that this goes off, otherwise I'm dead. I haven't actually been watching my health. Okay, gotta find health orbs quickly. And heal myself or I'm dead. that I've been fighting the wrong enemies. It's not. What was that? Spellrit Screamer, it's Scarlet Screamers. That are actually less strong than the other ones. Okay, then here. Oh, they actually make proper sound effects from casting spells, like screaming. Yeah, this is a game that's actually meant for kids. But I mean, I really enjoyed it when I was younger, and I think I like the fact that it's more turn-based. I've tried the more button spammy games like Lost Ark, and while they're still really good, I think I prefer turn-based stuff. I've never actually played WoW though. I kind of wanted to, but again, the subscription thing when I was younger was a bit too money consuming. Should try it now though. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Be bother this soggy place, and be bother you. If this coil's so precious to you, take it.
I love the fact that all the characters in this game just have really, really thick British accents.
In fact, they kind of all talk a little bit like this.
They definitely updated the music in this game as well, which is pretty cool. it wasn't this exciting before. And there weren't any of like the flashy lightning effects before as well.
Splendid! Now, put those cogs to good use and get the old wheel turning. I'll fix the lightning rod. We're ready here. Pull this lever and we'll charge that lumina crystal right up. Ah, well done, wizard.
Okay, this is a brilliant voice acting. I mean, I guess it must be a British company that made this. I wasn't actually really paying attention.
Thanks to you, I'm back in business. Here you are. One brand new, fully charged lumina crystal. She's a beauty. I hope she serves you well.
Because no one in Britain actually really talks like that. It's kind of funny.
A lumina crystal! This should be just what we need. The lumina crystal will boost the power of my ritual. It'll work this time, I'm sure of it. It's working!
Oh.
Susie, I can see her. But what was that horrifying thing with her?
That's the Harvest Lord. We studied him in class. He's a powerful spirit from the underworld who harvests the souls of the innocent.
It looked like she's in Galvanos Tower. That must be where the Harvest Lord is enchanting the storm amulets. Wizard, please free my sister.
Alright. Let's do it. Hopefully there's a teleport thingy up here. Which wasn't in the game before either. You had to literally walk all the way to the other side of this area to get there, which I'm kind of glad I don't have to do anymore. Because it does take ages sometimes, like walking back and forth. Oh, perfect. Okay, this is our first proper dungeon.
Ah! You have been asked to enter a dungeon. To go inside, you will need to stand on that sigil next to the door. Once you activate the sigil, a countdown will start. When the timer runs out, anyone standing on the sigil will go inside the dungeon with you.
Well, there isn't anybody to go inside the dungeon with me. Let's use that to replenish the mana. Internet is not good. There's a lot of notifications.
Wizard! I'm excited to tell you about an amazing new feature in the Pet Pavilion, the hatchmaking kiosk. Go check it out.
Wizard, something very exciting has happened. The pets page of your spellbook now links to your pet tome. The pet tome lists every pet, highlighting the pets you own. Your tome begins with all pets in your inventory. You'll need to update the rest.
Okay, cool.
Check your bank and attic, and visit all your houses to automatically add the pets in those places to your tome. Catalog them all.
Okay, let's actually do the boss now.
Another soul to harvest. I knew my little prisoner would draw more to me, like flies to honey. Wait, my dark master warned me about you. Ha! Imagine the reward he will give me when I present him your very soul.
Help!
Wait, there's a book in the corner. Let's grab the book first.
The ancient Tritons were creatures of the sea and heirs to the power of the Storm Titan. It is thought they used their command of lightning to create technological wonders. But, if true, their inventions were lost to uncertain tides. The Tritons isolated themselves from their dragon and giant contemporaries, but were often blamed for cataclysms on the land or in the skies. Eventually, they retreated to hidden oceans, seldom ever seen again. though some suspect there is a world of Tritons waiting to be found.
Ooh. Right, I'm gonna kick this guy's butt. These fights. Right, there's a possibility I could die because you're meant to do this with other players. That's new and it's more pay to win stuff. Can you pick up this book on the floor? Oh, you can pick up the book. Okay. Oh, it's a furniture. Okay. Easy. Yeah. Easy peasy.
I
I overheard the Harvest Lord's plans. He was raising an army of rotting fodder, armed with storm magic to attack Wizard City. But there's more. The Tempest Nexus up on the ridge channels storm energy into Triton Avenue. The Harvest Lord diverted the flow of energy to enchant the amulets. But after he finished the amulets, he directed the flow back on itself. The Nexus will explode and take Triton Avenue with it. Use the teleporter by the mill to reach the Tempest Nexus. I'll meet you up there.
So where's the oh, is this it? Aha!
It's worse than I thought. The Nexus could explode at any moment. The controls, they aren't working. I can't set it right. Professor Bellstrom knows more about storm magic than anyone. Go ask him for help. I'll try to keep the Nexus stable. Hurry!
You can get to Ravenwood and back quickly by pressing the mark button to set your location. Give it a try. Use the Return to Commons button to get back to the Commons, and then head to Ravenwood.
You've gained greater power, I see. Come find me if you want to know another spell.
I do want to know another spell. Let's head to Ravenwood first so I can get that spell. Give me some juicy new power. Oh, I have a training point as well. Oops. Press the no and yes button. Wait, what? Oh, the myth school, we were right next to it. I've just gone completely past it. We've got one more training point. Slots for all these spells. We can take out. We don't need so many ghouls, do we? As many pixies. We've got one Dream Shield. One Death Trap, I guess. Actually, we'll take out one Death Trap. Because I like that spell.
Your location in Triton Avenue, click the recall button to return to your mark.
I already used that earlier. This feature is really helpful.
Triton Avenue is saved!
I'm a hero.
You didn't happen to run into my little brother Archer anywhere, did you? He's alright? Thank goodness. Take me to him. It'll be good to see him again.
We use this to actually, no, never mind. Actually, wait. Just below the teleport point here.
You rescued Susie! All's well. The Harvest Lord has been driven back into the shadows, and the storm energy is flowing again.
There's still a lot of undead roaming around, but without the Harvest Lord to direct them, we can handle them.
I'll help. So, the Harvest Lord said he had a dark master. Track that master down, wizard, so Malistair's memory can be redeemed.
I hate to tell you, buddy. The bad guy is master.
Maybe you should leave that for later. For now, tell Sergeant Muldoon that things are calming down.
Oh, we've got 2 more quests here.
Now that things are calming down, I hope to go back to investigating what brought me here in the first place. A massive surge of death magic. The Haunted Cave is a powerful nexus of death magic. It could be the source of all the undead troubles plaguing Wizard City. The rotting fodder and scarlet streamers kept me from reaching the cave before, but with your help, I think I can make it. The cave is across the river at the far end of Triton Avenue. Let's go investigate.
I'm glad to be free of the Harvest Lord. He said he was going to steal my soul. You stopped him before he could, but he needed some of my possessions to do the ritual. He sent his minions to bury my Athame, spellbook, and spell deck in mystically resident places, whatever that means. I don't think I could find them, but maybe your pet could sniff them out. I really need to get my stuff back. Will you help me?
This quest requires you to have a pet. With a pet, you can play as your pet until its happiness runs out. Replenish happiness by feeding the pet snacks.
Okay, that's in the okay, let's do these quests in Old Town, and then I think we'll stop there for tonight. Crystal Bell. There's one of them. Oh, there. Okay, that's a pretty easy quest. Nope. No, I wasn't too close to that one. Oh, never mind, I take it back. It is, but I really like the stupid mascot outfit. Oh, hello there.
I am Baldur Goldpaws, a trader from far-off Grizzleheim, and I've just discovered this world. I have sailed across the great sea of skies, establishing new ports to trade my wares in. I would like to establish trade relations with the merchants here, if they be friendly. Can you help me? If Prospector Zeke is here, go speak to him. Then speak to your treasure card dealer and anyone who sells furniture. If you can do that for me, I will be thankful.
No problem, big hairy guy.
You want to ask me about Malistair's wife, Sylvia? Oh my, yes. I knew her very well. She taught the life magic class before Mulinda Wu. I sure miss her. What happened to her was such a shame, poor dear.
Madame Crendel becomes forlorn as she relives the sad memories.
Say, There is something you can do for me, child. Would you go find the scrapbook Sylvia and I made together? It would mean a lot to me to have it back. I'm not sure how, but Sergeant Skullsplitter has it. Could you go to his tower on Triton Avenue and get it back for me?
Can do.
Triton Avenue's not going to explode? Well, I should hope not. Sounds like things are getting sorted out. What a relief. Thanks, Wizard.
Alright, I just want to see what this merchant sells real quick. If I went over here already. No. What do you sell? Housing shop. Oh. Equipment shop. Okay, but like, what does this do? Oh, that's cute. Yes, I think I'll end it here for this stream. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you soon. I'm very tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.